Go.
Week 9 preview show, fantasy football, elite fantasy football. Hello, Thomas.
Hey, how's it going, Ryan?
Okay, yourself?
Doing pretty good.
Sure is lonely at the bottom.
It's horrible at the bottom.
One commissioner tool this week. I had a question come to my attention this morning. If a player is dropped off the free agent, off of free agency, you have to wait a week before you can pick that player up. You can still put a waiver request in, but it's going to take a week till the next waiver process to pick up a player that has been dropped. Basically, that's all I have for this week under Commissioner Tools.
Right. My update this week is going to be the ad drops. I'm only going to do it to the people that have either at the number for this week or above. There's 4 teams. Buffalo Tots at 11, Hoghead at 12, Funny Guy at 9, and White Lightning Black Hammer at 9. Those are the only guys that really need to keep an eye on what they do. Everybody else is well below. And congratulations to Rick for his first pickup of the year.
Yeah, you know, he sent me a text about, 15 minutes ago and said, I hope this doesn't jinx me. But anyway, I didn't check the AFC side out from last week. There wasn't very many that went down last night, so I'll reevaluate that and we'll update that again next week.
All right, let's get started with the first week's matchup.
Absolutely.
We're going to start with the first one. We're going to go with Bows and O's versus Buffalo Tots, and my prediction is Bows by 8. And
I have Bows by 15 on that.
The next one is going to be Bunkin' Ain't Easy versus the Bulldogs. And I have Bunk by 10.
You know, Tom, I've been in fantasy football since we've done it. Yeah, and I have never seen a team score so many points in one season.
I think he'll probably break the record for most points. And congratulations, he broke the record for most high scores.
Yes, he did. He did do that, and also for high scorer in a season as well. I believe at 3. Is that correct?
Oh, 4.
4. So that's definitely a record.
Yeah. Yeah.
So bunking ain't easy. Nice job. You're breaking all kinds of records, but we all know the important thing is a Super Bowl ring.
The next matchup would be Hoghead versus Thug, and I'm predicting an upset here. I'm predicting Hoghead by 5.
And I'm taking Hoghead as well by 10.
Wow. Got next matchup, White Lightning Black Hammer versus the Hawk Stars. I think these are 2 close matches, but I took White Lightning Black Hammer only by 3.
And I'm gonna go the other way, and just because I think that the Hawk Stars are due for another win. It's been 5 weeks. He wins this by 8.
Okay. Next one, Child's Play versus Slap 'em. Yeah, I was really going to give it a big one, then I started looking at this one, and I forget why I made it so close, but I did pick Child's Play, but only by 4.
And I picked Child's Play as well by 10.
Next is Fuzzy Turd and Prime Time. Again, Fuzzy Turd got a win last week, which is good for him, but I went with Prime Time by 7.
And I'm going to go a little bit higher than that. Did you see the transactions, just to break off of this for a second? Primetime had 4 quarterbacks and dropped Ben Roethlisberger out of the 4 and kept the 3 in the NFC. I don't see the logic behind that, do you?
Well, I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know. I know he has Eli Manning.
Eli, Foles, and then he has Romo as well, and he had Ben. To me, Ben's the best of the 4 guys.
Well, Ben, I don't know. I don't have Ben, so I don't. He did have an excellent week.
Again, just my opinion.
Right, I do like the pickup. Getting Brandon Oliver, I think that's a nice pickup.
Anyway, I'm going to take Prime Time after they comment by 20.
The next one will be Funny Guy and the Warriors. Again, I have this one marked as a close one. and I forget the reason why I made it close. They must have similar players or something. But I picked Funny Guy only by 1.
Not me. I have Funny Guy by 25.
And then we get to the game of the week. Fear the Turtle versus Easy Money.
This is a matchup of 2 4-4 teams that both still have a big possibility to make the playoffs.
And for Fear the Turtle, he's currently leading his division, so it's important for him to keep winning.
Yeah, absolutely, because you know everybody else in that division is 2 games right behind them, so that division's going to be very tough there near as we close to the end of the season.
Yeah, and Easy, I want to say, is a game or 2 behind Child's Play.
Right.
And you know, so it's still winnable, and he's still fighting for that wild card. He's currently tied with 2 other teams. With all that being said, I'm taking Fear the Turtle by 6.
And I'm going to take Easy Money by 1.
Okay, hold up 1 second, buddy. Ryan, you want to do the playoffs?
My playoff matchup's a little bit easier at this point in time, so I'm going to go first. Of course, Bunkin' Ain't Easy is leading the whole AFC at 7-1. He would be the #1 seed at this time, followed by Fear of the Turtle, who would win that division if it ended today at 4-4. Bows and O's would move into the 3rd spot. He was ranked #4 last week, and Thug would drop down to the #4 spot. So Bunkin', Fears, Bows, and Thugs. And like I said, mine right at this time is pretty easy for you guys to figure out.
Okay, with my side, we got White Lightning Black Hammer, #1 seed, Child's Play with the #2. And then we have Funny Guy, Bulldogs, and Easy, all tied for 3rd place. They have the same record. One guy beat this guy, the other guy beat that guy. It's all complicated there. And then you go into division records. They all have a 1 and 2 division record. There's still too many games to play, so that's where I'm going to stop the breakdown there. Those 3 are the front runners for those last 2 spots. And we'll move on to the next thing. Get out of here, please. Steve, can you come in here for a second,
Steve,
buddy?
Funny Guy, has joined the show week 9. How you doing, Steve? Thanks for coming out.
Apologize for that interruption there. I guess I'll start with the first question, and I'd like to commend you. I think you're year in and year out, you do a great job with trades and consistently making your team better. I guess my first question would be, out of the people that you traded for this year, was any of those players your targets going into the draft that you missed out on? Or did you key on those people just because of the way their year was going and you kind of moved them up and wanted them on your team?
No, I really didn't miss anybody in the draft. I kind of, as the season went on, I was kind of hurting at running back, and I was pretty heavy at wide receiver, so I just tried to make some moves to get a more balanced starting lineup, because those are the guys I'm going to play every week, and not worry so much about my backups. But I don't know, at the beginning of the season, I wasn't actually going to, I said I wasn't going to do any trades this year, and you saw that go. I've already made 3, so yeah, it's pretty, once I do one, it like it's addicting, and I start doing more, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you do a great job with it.
Trades are very, very risky on everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I think you see more near this time of the season against a team that's struggling with a team that's doing well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I commend you. I think you really made your team a lot better off of your trades.
My first question would be, do you think you have a caliber team to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think I've got a good starting lineup to make the playoffs. The biggest thing I'm seeing is the bye weeks. I'm having an issue there. It seems like every team I'm playing isn't really missing anybody. There maybe one player or something, so I'm kind of hurting there. And, I've got to play backups against starters to get the win. So I think it's going to be a little hard for me to get in, but I think I've got the team to get there.
I guess I would, my last question would be, do you think you still have a shot at the division, or do you think Jason's too far ahead?
I mean, I've looked at the weeks ahead. I think I'm probably going to be able to finish out 4-1. So he's going to have to lose at least 2. Well, I'm sorry, he'd only be able to win 2, and that would be he'd have to lose a couple key division games in order for me to beat him out in there.
Which is
Because
possible.
yeah, it's still possible, but yeah, he's got the 3-0 division record, so it's going to be really hard, I think, to win the division.
Well, good luck.
My question is, at the end of each fantasy season, when do you start doing mock drafts
No.
for the
Oh my
following
God.
season?
Oh, probably. When's the Super Bowl? Usually like
The day
February
after.
2nd.
You know, and I heard of that, and I
Probably the
just
third,
that was one of my questions when I heard you
Yeah.
were our guest today. That's pretty good, man.
I start looking at him right away.
Gotta love it, don't
Yeah,
you?
you do. One more thing that I want to add
Sure.
away from Steve before
Sure.
we forget.
Mhm.
Next Thursday, 8 o'clock, trade deadline. So we have all from tomorrow, basically you have 8 days of trading left. So I saw a team put out something on the trade block yesterday. So if you want to get on the horn
Yeah,
and make that deal.
And guys, you know, and what to add on to that, there's still some trade requests out there that haven't been, you know, accepted or denied.
Right.
You know, just, you know, if you put one into a team, you'd want a response back. So I know a lot of you guys get on there every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, if not, you know, check back, especially if you put a bunch of players on the block.
Yeah.
You know, cause but the best thing to do is just reach out and call somebody. That's how you get the better results.
And if you need somebody's number, you can call me or Ryan. We have everybody's number, so you can send a text. Steve will tell you, sometimes shooting that text to somebody with the player, that'll get it started. I mean, me and Steve made, 2 trades this year? And they both got started off of a text or a phone call. And neither one of the trades were what we initially started talking about. So you just get this thing going and try to work something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I find most of my trades I do over text messaging is they go through so much quicker and faster. So if you do them over the site, sometimes it's days drawn out before you hear, or so it's always easier to do a text message.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, Steve, I'd like to say I wished I would be the guy that I was hoping won the Super Bowl, but it doesn't look like that this year. You were my pick last week, and good luck to you.
Thanks for coming out, Steve.
Thank you.
Key the mic.
See you guys next week.